It's almost that time of the year again. Apple is almost ready to start teasing its newest drops. We can't wait for this drop. After all, everywhere Apple brings something new to the table, and this time we're expecting something that is going to blow us away. So, what do you guys think? Will it be something truly revolutionary, or will it just be those regular updates? Well, let us state your curiosity by telling you what we know so far. So, let's begin. Anticipation and rumors for Apple's next iPhone, reportedly called the iPhone 15, haven't subsided despite the debut of Apple's new augmented reality headset. These speculations, along with the EU's regulation last year requiring USB-C charging on phones sold in Europe, might result in a variety of design changes for Apple. Do we expect to see a USB-C port on the iPhone 15? Will 2023 bring an iPhone price hike from Apple? What will they even call it, if not the iPhone 15? Well, let us try to answer some of your questions. Let's address the lightning cable change first. Years of speculation have led to 2023 as a possible implementation date for Apple's rumored switch from the Lightning port to the USB-C port for iPhones. The European Union may have played a role in this by lobbying for a global charging standard. In 2022, the European Union (EU) successfully passed a law mandating all iPhones sold in the region include USB-C connectors by 2024. Whether or not Apple will switch all iPhone models sold in the EU to USB-C is an open question. Currently, Apple modifies iPhone models for specific countries. In the United States, for instance, the iPhone 14 uses an electronic SIM, whereas international models keep the SIM slot. The true transition, though, won't be seen until the corporation rolls out its new products. Thunderbolt support, if included in the iPhone 15 Pro, would allow for the rapid transmission of large files, such as ProRes video. Apple is likely to keep its Made for iPhone M5 program, which might limit the functionality of uncertified third-party accessories and cords despite the switch to USB-C. MagSafe charging, Qi charging, wireless data transfer, and smart connectors are all potential replacements for the traditional physical connector that Apple may implement in the iPhone 15 series. Since their inception, these developments have drastically impacted the physical connector used to transport power and data in portable gadgets. The rim of the iPhone 15 Pro models, according to other speculations, will be made of titanium, with a design inspired by the MacBook Pro family of computers. The back edge will naturally curve somewhat toward the glass panel. The weight of the phone could be reduced by switching from stainless steel to titanium. The titanium might potentially have a polished appearance like the current stainless steel rim. Potentially using a foldable camera system to create more room between the lens and sensor, the iPhone 15 could have an optical zoom that is significantly larger than that of the current model. It's unclear if this would serve as a replacement for or addition to the current telephoto lens. With a focal length similar to 77mm, the 3x zoom on the iPhone 14 Pro is great for close-ups, but falls short for shooting faraway subjects like animals or sporting events. Samsung uses a long internal lens and periscoping in combination with sophisticated algorithms to take sharp photos at 100x magnification. Apple has also tried out prototypes of a comparable lens, but the company hasn't decided how to put them to use just yet. In a report dated December 2021, Kuo maintained his belief that the iPhone 15 would use a periscope lens system, either as an upgrade to or in addition to the current lens system. Multiple suppliers in the supply chain have reportedly been contracted to produce parts for a periscope camera system, ostensibly for the iPhone 15 as of April 2022. This, however, has not been verified as of yet. It's possible that Apple won't include capacitive buttons on the iPhone 15 Pro, despite widespread speculation to the contrary. Instead, the mute switch may be replaced by a programmable action button, and traditional buttons from earlier generations may make a comeback. This is hinted at by dummy models used by case manufacturers to test designs before Apple unveils the iPhone. The new button may be seen in these designs in the place where the mute toggle would normally be. The button's tiny notch in the housing is due to the fact that it is not a switch. This smaller cutout was also seen in cases that were rumored to be for the new iPhone in June. Such rumors have a track record of being correct. There's mounting evidence that Apple plans to add an action button to the iPhone 15 Pro, but that doesn't mean it definitely will. Many of these rumors may refer to prototypes or early models rather than the final product. There are two rumors circulating about the features of the iPhone 15. The former looks extremely likely, whereas the latter may be overly optimistic. Adoption of the A17 chipset is likely to happen, according to the rumor. This would have been the natural next step in the past. The basic iPhone 14 featured an updated version of the A15 CPU, but the Pro versions were the only ones to have a brand new chipset. The A17 might be reserved for the iPhone 15 Pro, while the A16 Plus could power the iPhone 15. According to TrendForce's claim, only the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max or Ultra will get the rumored A17 processor, while the iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Plus will stick with the A16 Bionic CPU. The rumored A17 Bionic CPUs in the iPhone 15 Pro variants are rumored to be updated mid-generation. While unusual for Apple, this may be part of their plan to guarantee a steady supply of chips from several sources. We don't anticipate any dramatic changes to Apple's preferred screen sizes, so the iPhone 15 and 15 Pro should feature 6.1-inch displays, while the iPhone 15 Plus and iPhone 15 Pro Max should have 6.7-inch displays. Recent reports have suggested the smaller models may upgrade to a slightly larger 6.2-inch screen. However, this is still unconfirmed at this time, so we recommend taking it with a grain of salt. It is anticipated that the ProMotion 120Hz feature will continue to be exclusive to the Pro and Pro Max variants. The likelihood of an even brighter screen on the iPhone 15 Pro is also mentioned in a tip from @AppleShrimpPro, another relatively reliable Apple source. An increase to 2500 nits from the iPhone 14 Pro's current maximum brightness of 2000 nits would make the screen even more legible in direct sunlight. TrendForce also claims that the iPhone 15 will have more memory and improved specs. Although the source doesn't include any concrete details, this could mean that the iPhone 15 will feature LPDDR5 memory and that the Pro models would have 8 GB of RAM in total. If manufacturers continue to rely on chipsets, it's likely that Qualcomm will supply the 5G modem. The Snapdragon X70, which provides a performance boost compared to the Snapdragon X65 found in the iPhone 14, appears to be Apple's chip of choice for the next iPhone 15. iOS 17 and the debut of the iPhone 15 are widely anticipated to occur simultaneously. Apple's next software was previewed in June at WWDC 2023, and the public beta is scheduled for release in July, giving users a chance to try out the new capabilities for themselves. Updates to the Messages, Phone, and FaceTime applications, as well as a brand new Journal app, are among iOS 17's most notable new features. However, no specific iPhone 15 features have been hinted at previously announced updates to iOS 17. Although there is no foolproof way to predict the price of a future Apple product, looking at the company's past pricing practices can give us a good idea. It's likely that Apple will stick to its usual iPhone pricing in 2023, as it did with the iPhone 14. There has been talk of a new 2TB storage option for the iPhone 15 from Apple. This would make room for things that are heavy on system resources, such as ProRes video. But with that much extra space, iPhone's price could easily approach $2,000. Oh, and let us not forget the new color that is probably coming. A deep red color, perhaps akin to maroon or burgundy, may be offered for the iPhone 15 Pro versions. According to reports, Apple will release a new hue this year, and it will be a deep red. In addition to the usual silver, gold, and space gray, customers will be able to choose from a red tint in addition to the previously available dark purple, green, and dark blue.